Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahab, Rakwa, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and all the brothers out there uh, diligently being sincere, pushing out this truth on the highways and byways. Shalom to the brothers pushing videos out online on social media, trying to wake up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the elect. We brought a lesson out on this. We was on the highways last week, and I think the video has been put up now. If you go onto the main channel, Yahweh's Messengers, you'll find us breaking this down a bit more. Bringing more precepts and stuff on the mail. But I thought I'll make a short video on the same thing. Whoever didn't catch that, just to put out there that our brothers and sisters are ignorant to the fact that we are chosen. What does 1 Peter 2:9 says? We are a holy royal generation, a royal priesthood, that are in darkness, but the Most High has called out us into this marvelous light, and that is definitely roughly paraphrasing that. But we are royal, and we're ignorant to the fact that we're a royal people. We're ignorant to the fact that shackles were taken off of our yokes of iron were taken, shackles off of our feet and yokes of iron off of our neck, and now we think that we're free, and that's us being ignorant. Because we got a little money, you got your house and your car, you're ignorant to where you came from to understand where you're meant to be going. And the book of, the book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 15, it says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small matter." So we can't be ignorant in anything, according to Yahweh Shai. And this is why we need to have our eyes open. And to have our eyes open, that's to be in this truth. That's to be in this truth and understand the truth of where you came from, your true heritage. Because these scriptures that we read from it's not a storybook, it's a heritage of where we actually came from. To understand what we're meant to be doing and where we're meant to be going as a people. Understand that there was curses put upon us as a people. So it says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small." And a lot of brothers and sisters, they choose to be ignorant. They choose to forsake. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is only going to lead to their destruction. And that's in the book of Sirach 41 and verse 8, which is one of my best scriptures. And we got the definition, and this is why we need to get out of this flesh, man, because our memory's bad, and we get sick and all that stuff. But the etymology is the word I'm looking for, of the word ignorant. It says uneducated in general, lacking knowledge or sophistication. And another one is unaware because of the lack of relevant information or knowledge. So we're lacking wisdom and knowledge. So we're lacking the relevant information. You might have all this information and wisdom you've learned of this world, which the scriptures say the wisdom of this world is foolishness. And the only time you come into wisdom is when you come into these scriptures. It says the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom. There's different scriptures describing that. So the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom. Not when you start primary school, not when you start your secondary school or your college, not when you get your college degree, not when you start university. That's not the beginning of knowledge. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of that. So the sooner we start seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the quicker we get wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom, knowing how to tread carefully and walk in this in a righteous manner in this world that was given unto the wicked for our wickedness and our disobedience. And also knowledge of knowing where you come from, where you're meant to be going, and how you're meant to be moving. This is Ephesians 4:17. It says, "This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord Yahushua, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk." Like, we're not meant to be moving like Gentiles. And a lot of our brothers and sisters are in that Gentile state of mind, unbelieving, believing and following these other gods, following themselves, being lovers of themselves. It says, "This I say," Salakia. It says, "This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord Yahushua, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk." So we're not meant to be walking as these heathen nations have been moving around, or acting, or taking up their customs in the vanity of their mind. And vanity goes into pointlessness, It says, in the vanity of their own mind, so being pointless. Having that understanding darkened, and this is what's happened to our people, man. But how Basham al-Shai is raising up his army against, once again, raising up the house of David, raising up the elect, raising up his servants, because our main purpose is to serve Yahweh Shem al-Shai. So we know we're coming into end time prophecies, man. The Most High prophecies, the Most High Yahweh Shem al-Shai is bringing all of this. It's coming to an end, man. Be not ignorant of that, and that's a big thing, man. The end of Esau and the beginning of Jacob, man. That's one of the bigger things, man. But we are ignorant to the fact that's going to happen. We still walking forth with stretched forth necks, thinking that you got it all planned, man. Well, guess what? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai's got your plans for you, man. Before you was born, when you was in the womb, man, before you was born, he knew what you was gonna do and how you was gonna walk, man. But you didn't. You're walking around ignorant and unaware. And he's only raising up his elect to give the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the heritage of the chosen people, Yasha Allah, the princes of power. It says, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them. So you ignorant. Your eyes have been darkened, your understanding being darkened, Salakia. So your understanding, you're in the dark still, man, not knowing where you are. You're still calling yourself black, African American, black British, Jamaican, which means the land of wood and water, Bayesian, which means the land of the beards, or I could be wrong with that, but I think I looked that up. Just calling yourself all these other things, but yet you're not calling yourself Israelite. That you actually came from Israel, which was our homeland. It says, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them. You're being ignorant because of the blindness of their heart. So you haven't got the right knowledge. Heart meaning, your mind. The blindness of your mind, man. You've been blinded. You're in that darkness, and you think you can see in the dark. You think you can see in the dark. And the darkness is only going to let you see limited. You can only see your sight is limited in the dark. So you're only going to see what you're able to see, little glimmers of this and that. But you're not going to be, if you're not in the light, you're not going to be able to see it clearly. And our people walk around in that darkness. Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And because we're trying to be prudent, man, we're trying to have our eyes open, we're trying to be in that light, we can see the evil. We can see the evil that's to come. We understand there's going to be a Jacob's trouble. We understand who our oppressors are and what their plans are. So we try to avoid that evil. And we hide ourselves from it. If we see sin coming, or we know that this thing's sinful to come, we try to take ourselves out of that equation. But you simple-minded ones, it says, was it Proverbs 1 and 2, 22? Simple ones, it says, but you simple pass on, so you walk straight into the evil, not foreseeing it coming, not being in that darkness, not having that light, that light, that beam of light for you, for you to be able to see what's coming ahead, and that's wisdom. But you walk straight into the evil, and are punished by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You could lose your life, you can lose a family member because you didn't foresee the evil that was coming, man. Whether you do, whatever you're doing, that's wicked. It only leads to death. For the wages of sin are death. But humility and the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are riches, man. That's the real riches, man. Your spirit is rich through the teachings of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, putting that spirit on you, which is rich. And honor, so we give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And life, man, it is we must go through him to live. He is the life. This place is darkness. It says thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. So you think you know what you're doing, but you're only going to lead yourself into hurt, man, into pain. The same stuff we've been going through, because we need to understand that we're in the curses. He that doth keepeth his soul shall be far from them. We ain't going to get caught up in that madness that's going on. If Yahweh Hashem Yahushai puts that mark on us, and we are his people, then we're going to be looked after in that time, man. We're not going to get caught up in the hurt. Thorns can cut you up real nasty. If you fall into a bush full of thorns, you ain't coming out unscathed, man. That's going to be a lot of pain. And we've been through pain as well, but, we men that fear the Lord, we go through this pain, and then, it scabs over and it heals back stronger, and that's what we're trying to do, man, come back stronger. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. The people that are actually studying, because it says study to show thyself approved. Brothers and sisters that are actually studying, that foreseeth the evil coming. We see what Satan is doing. We see the spirit of Satan in these Edomites and in these other nations. What we talking about, especially Edomites, and every other nation that stems from them, the Amalekites and whatnot. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices, man. This device that I'm actually making this video on now, man, these are devices that is used for evil, and they are planned to be used for evil, but the Most High won't stop the righteousness from coming through, man. So they can also be used for good. Mostly they're being used for evil. These phones, man, these Edomites can watch you through these phones, man. They take they're taking notes, man, of the men of the Lord. They're taking notes of you and your wickedness, man. They know what you're up to. They know where you've been. They know where you shopped at. They got but we only fear the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who will guide and protect us. But we can't be on these things 24/7, which like most people are, caught up in their folly, their TikToks and their Facebooks and all these stuff, Instagrams for the wrong reason, all for folly. Brothers out there on Instagram, yeah, but they doing it, trying to push out righteousness or sending righteous messages or trying to gain truth. But these devices are mostly used for wickedness, and this is why they was created. But the men of the Lord know how to foresee this and tread wisely, these 5G towers they be putting up, man. A lot of brothers and sisters think, no, it's just going to be a better connection. How much better of connection do we need? These devices, we can't be ignorant, man. These devices are not just for what they're telling you they're for. This is to destroy the men of the Lord, man. These devices were created to destroy us. So you got to know how to move in this place, man. We cannot be moving ignorant in these days, man. These are the end days, man. These other devices, man, these nuclear weapons that are created, they're not just to be looked at and say, look how big my weapon is that I made. A kid don't make a slingshot intending not to use that slingshot. That's foolishness. So you're being foolish if you think all these weapons and have been created to not be used. You don't build a car to not use the car. So these will be used. So we're not ignorant of that. We foreseeth this coming, man. And this is why people need to stop being ignorant. But like I said, a veil's been put on over 2/3 of our people's eyes. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'm in that number. So I'm guided and looked after by the heavenly angels, man. And this is why we need to push this truth out and walk circumspectly and be for Yahweh, man, and nothing else. Be for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Walk as Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai, set an example for us, throughout from the beginning, man, till this very point now, man. But it's whoever's going to hearken into it, 2/3 of our people are not going to hearken into it, It's easy saying you understand you're an Israelite, but what are you doing? What works are you doing to show the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that you actually, fear Him, knowing that you're from Israel, okay. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has requirements, man. Deuteronomy 10 and 12, or 12 and 10. It says, Isaiah 29 and 13, Wherefore the Lord Yahweh said, Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips, do honor me, but have removed their heart from me. So they removed their mind from me, man. You got your mind. You got your mind on how you can make a quick buck, how you're gonna profit in this place. Setting up your brethren so you can, setting up your brethren so you can get more cash. All these kind of wicked acts is what our people's up to. It says, wherefore the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, as for much as their people draw with me with their mouth, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, yeah, Shalom, my brother. Their lips do honor me, they say Yahweh Shem Yahushai, yeah, we know about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but they removed their heart from Him, man. So they're not fearing Him, they're not keeping up the works, they haven't got the faith, They've removed themselves from that and they've put themselves back into this world, or they continue to stay in this world, knowing they're Israelite, how they're meant to be set apart, holy people. And their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. You think you're a Christian, they think fearing, you can just say you fear the Lord, but you can still smoke cigarettes, still eat pork, still commit adultery. You're listening to men rather than what thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, which give us laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Dietary laws how to move, the right from the wrong. This is all given to us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Colossians 2 and 8. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. And that's all them Islam and Christianity. And whatever the case may be, the Egyptology, all these other books they make, telling you the Dark Ages is just plagues, this kind of philosophy, secondary school, primary school, university. It says beware of those things, because you will be a spoil. It will spoil your heart, meaning your mind, through philosophy and vain deceit, pointlessness, man, pointless lies. After the tradition of men. These were man-made and not inspired by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. After the rudiments of the world and not after Mashiach. It says, love not the world nor the things that are in the world. If any man have love for the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So you're not dealing with Yahweh Shem Shai if you're still trying to do the things of this world. We understand we got to be in this world, but it says, arise ye and depart. And that don't mean physically with the flesh, because we're not able to do that yet until a standard is lifted. But we do understand through the spirit, we need to be walking through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, walking in the spirit of Hamashiach. That's the way we need to be walking. You know, we can't carry on the way we are, moving in a manner of this world. This is 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, for our light affliction. So the men of the Lord, you know, we're going to be chastised. We're going to be tempted. We're going to have to go through shit. We might lose family. We might lose jobs. We're going to lose houses. We might lose our vehicles. You know, you might have to travel. You know, your work might be miles away, across motorways, highways, or whatnot. We might lose that because you lost your job. You might not be able to see your kids no more. These are all the stuff that might come upon us, man, to see how strong our faith is for Yahweh Shem Shai. And I know every brother that I know has gone through something similar. You know, lost children, lost houses, lost wives, lost sons, lost daughters, you know, through the faith of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. But we know that this is not our place, man. We're going to get stuff in abundance in that kingdom, man. And no one will be able to take it away from us, man, if we are those chosen. You know, if we get us, if we're chosen, man. But Israel will be good in the kingdom anyway. But 2/3 of our people are going to have to go through that pain. You know. 2 Corinthians 4:17, for our light affliction. So that Yahweh Shem Shai is telling us this is a light affliction, man. All of it sounds heartbreaking, you know, and soul destroying. But it's actually light work, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceedingly and eternal weight of glory. Hey, man, this is nothing. Israel, man, this is why we need to rise up, man. Don't let this place destroy you, man. Because this is our test, man. Do we have faith for Yahweh Shem Shai? The Most High tells us this is light work. Although it won't seem like it at the time, man. This is for a period only, man. It says for a light affliction. You know, we're going to get exceeding glory, man. Stuff we can't even imagine. If we just put our trust, faith into Yahweh Shem Shai. But he knew, as our people, as a stiff-necked people, you know, 2/3 ain't going to listen or hearken, man. They're going to die in their vanity. It says, while we look not at things which are seen, man. Everyone can see these, you know, got eyes to see, but have they got a spiritual eye to see? You know, it says, while we look at not at things which are seen, but at things which are not seen. Angels, demonic spirits, angels, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, the Spirit, the Kodash Rakah. We looking at things that are not seen. We waiting for the kingdom, man. We can't see Yahweh Shai right now, but we know. We can't see Angel Michael. We can't see. We can't see these things. But guess what? Our faith is has substance, man, to where we feel a unseen energy, you know, and we know that our time soon come, and we believe in that unseen, man. You, like I always say, for an example, you know, people believe, you know, they know that Wi-Fi exists, but you can't see Wi-Fi. You can't touch it as such, but you know that it's there. That's the same with our angels and the faith of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So we look at things that are not seen, man. That kingdom that's to come. For the things that which are seen are temporal. This place here is temporary, man, for us. This ain't our rest, man. We got stuff to come. But the things which are not seen are eternal, man. That's that kingdom which we're waiting for, man. Yahweh Tazar. You know, it comes soon. This is 2 Peter 3:8. It says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. Once again, going back to the ignorance, man. It It says, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, this is why he says it's light affliction. We've only been, doing this a couple of days. We've only been under oppression a couple of days or so. I didn't work out the actual calculation, but it's been a few days in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So to him it's light, because we're gonna get that eternal life. We're gonna be rulers in righteousness for eternity, forever, ever. And that's a beautiful thing, man. And this is why we need to put our faith, trust into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and continue to gain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is Sirach 2 and 2. It says, set thy heart aright, man. Get your mind right. And constantly endure, man. Let's just continue going. We slip, we fall, man. We come back, man. You dust your shoulders off, man. You wipe your clothes down, and you carry on, man. We carry on doing the work, man. Because we are stronger. With Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on our side, ain't no stopping us. Ain't no stopping this truth. And we at the bottom right now, and we still looked at like we special. So even more so when we actually are at the top, man. And this is why we need to constantly endure and make not haste in a time of trouble, man. We're going to be going through some shit. We need to continue to push this word, continue to stay in the faith, continue to be faithful to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Have faith, man. Have faith that we're going to get out of this place, man, and actually get our rest. Our families are safe in that day, man, because we don't want to see our we're gonna see some shit, but Yahweh Tazar, man, he looks after us and puts a mark on us and our families, to get through this, man, to eat, to drink. These are the ignorance people take for granted, man, and this is why we need to be patient. Sirach 2 and 14. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. So destruction is unto you that have lost patience. This is why we can't, only Yahweh Hashem Yahushai knows who's going to continue and who's going to fall out of this truth, man. And he says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when Yahweh shall visit you? What are you going to do when they come for you? If you've been a bad boy, It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you? What are you going to do, man? So you've gone back into the world, you was doing all the work, all that work that you put in was for nothing, because you've gone back now into the world, you've gone back out partying, breaking your Sabbath, committing adultery, started smoking weed again, and then all of a sudden, like a thief in the night, Yahweh comes back. And then what are you going to do or say, man? You're going to feel ashamed of yourself, and you're going to have to go through that fire. It says, they that fear the Lord Yahweh will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways, man. So, like the scriptures say in John 15 and 14, or 14 and 15, it says, if ye love me, keep my commandments, man. And that's the way we're going to show our love, is through our works. Because it says faith without works is dead, because us putting in the work, it shows that we have faith in the word. Matthew 24 and 13, it says, but he that shall endureth unto the end, ones that do have patience, that were patiently waiting, and not just waiting, sitting there on your ass, man. We was going out on highways and byways, putting in work, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, showing our brothers and sisters their transgressions. It says, but he that shall endure all this shit that's going to come upon us, losing family, losing houses, losing cars, just losing out in this world to gain in the other world. It says, but he that shall endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, which you see right now, man. We got brothers and sisters in Korea, man. Brothers and sisters in China and Philippines, man. A lot of Israelites, tribe of Asher in the Philippines. All those kind of... we have all that, our people everywhere. In Nigeria, we got camps in Nigeria, Sierra Leone. We got camps all around the world, man, trying to bring this out. Brothers in Japan, brothers in Australia, brothers in Holland. So that's what it says. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. So a lot of brothers, and if you haven't heard it yet, then you will eventually hear it, because it's the end time. So, the Most High is going to let everyone hear it. Everyone's going to hear this somewhere or another. And then shall the end come. Then the return of Yahweh Shai with his chariots and fire, and those nuclear missiles will fall. And it's going to be, we're going to have to go through a lot, man. There's going to be famine. There's going to be everything. We're going to be going through a lot. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness. We are going to endure all this stuff. We have to. It says we endure to the end. We've got to have patience. We might not be able to eat like the way we're eating right now, but it says, my servant shall eat, our servant shall drink. We just need to endure, Israel. We need to endure, because we don't know if tomorrow is promised to us, so we need to do this now. We need to do all of this now, so we don't lose out later. So it says, thou therefore, and we don't want to feel it after death by pain either. We don't want to go through pain, and we don't want to be ashamed. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we need to be soldiers, man, because, our army's being raised right now, and we got to be part of that. And if you're a good soldier, when we see that troubles come, we don't turn and run, man. We face it head on, man, having faith and only having fear in Yahweh Shem Shai. That's all I wanted to get, Israel. So, yeah. I'll give all praises every time to Yahweh Shem Shai. Say, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Israel. Come